And a pleasant good evening to you and yours, and welcome to the O-Dome on the campus of Merritt Island High School, where tonight it is, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here in terms of the EAFL season, Week 7 or Game 7 for both of our participants tonight, as the host East Coast Sharks are kicking off to the Hernando County Hawks. And tell you, right even before we begin tonight, the Hawks play this one with a heavy heart tonight. And, of course, we want to send our thoughts and our prayers to the Hernando County Hawks family and organization on the loss of Bobby Randolph's wife last week. According to their social media page, she passed away in a car accident on the way home from their game. Just tragic, tragic, tragic. So we want to definitely begin with that tonight and let them know that our thoughts and our prayers are with them. As Hernando County gets set to take the field, they'll do so with a 3-3 record. They've scored 139 points this year. They've allowed just 42. As the East Coast Sharks take the field, they are 4-2 in second place. Everybody chasing the Dunedin Highlanders. East Coast with 174 points scored and 69 against this year. The Hawks will get the ball to start. To myself and Caleb Brown with you tonight. It's youth night here at the O-Dome, and also want to wish everyone, to you and yours, a happy Easter weekend. The Easter Bunny comes tomorrow. That's still a thing?
Yeah.
Okay. As we get ready to go with the kickoff, Hernando County in white with the black, and the Sharks all in black with the red. And the ball is picked up at the 15, out across the 25 to 30, out across the 40, all the way up to the 44-yard line. That's an outstanding return by DeMonte Hart. And this is where the Hawks will take over, 1st and 10 at the 44. Hawks are led by head coach Lonnie King. The owner is Austin Webster. The OC is Quentin Law. As far as the East Coast Sharks, the owner is Eddie Dufresne. The head coach is Scott Veit. And the defensive coordinator is Mark Barton. They'll start with a 4-man front, 2 linebackers, a 42 set. Coach Barton loves to blitz. And
that is a big receiver there to the outs. To our near side.
Yeah, he's huge, dude. Yeah, I'm not exactly. Yeah, that's going to be a stop. I'm sorry, I did not see the play because I am locked in on the 4-3 speedster on the outside wearing number 74. That is Kevin Schaefer lining up at wide receiver. Let's see if he does it again. Schaefer's every bit of 350. All right, Schaefer's an offensive tackle now. Okay, looks like we're back to a normal set here. And that was a loss of 2. So it'll be 2nd and 12 now for the Hawks. The Hawks and the Sharks. It's a big game in the division. Turns, gives, and he goes nowhere. That's Isaiah Howard on the carry. In there on the stop is Devontae Jones. And that'll bring up 3rd down. And already we got an injured player down on the, that's number 54 down on the field. That is Brian Chadwick, the offensive lineman for Hernando. And we'll take a timeout on the field as everybody takes a knee here. Glad to be with you here tonight.
Al, as you alluded to, it's Club 321 night.
Yeah.
A lot of the youngsters from Club 321 came out here. They warmed up with the Sharks while they warmed up. That was cool to see.
Yep. Eddie Dufresne does a terrific job of promoting and. Oh, that's picked off. Does he stay in? No. That is on the pickoff there. Kendall Sawyer And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Sharks at the 44 of the Hawks. Good play there. Read it the whole way. Nearly had a pick six. They just tried just something quick there. The problem was he hung it up there and didn't drill it. Short shot like that, you got to drill, and he does not. And it is picked off and nearly returned for 6 points. So the Sharks, with outstanding field position, these two teams tallied just 20 points the last time they met. The Sharks on the victorious end of that deal with 14 of them. And the starting quarterback for the Sharks tonight. See if we can get his number here. Oh, that's a busted play right from the start, but he makes something out of nothing, and he's gone. That is a touchdown. If he doesn't get caught, he cuts back, and that is an outstanding play by Johnny Wainscott, and play one, and that is a 44-yard touchdown by Wainscott on a busted play, and the East Coast Sharks take the lead 6-0.
That's a way to get the game started. A busted play, and that quarterback said, you know what, watch this. I'll put the team on my back.
And that's exactly what he did there. And Wainscott with a 44-yard run for the score, and it's 6-0 Sharks.
Also, nice job on timing that cutback well.
I thought he was going to get caught. Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, how many times have we seen that and you cut back too early and you get caught?
Yep. Because if he stayed the course, he is caught. You can probably drag him down at about the 5. Sharks going to do something different here this week. They're going to try and kick the extra point. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is good.
All right.
How about it, huh? And you couldn't ask for a better start. A turnover, play one, a touchdown, and the extra point is good. Can't see the clock till the sun goes down, but we're in the first quarter, 7-0 Sharks. All right, welcome back, and the Sharks will kick off for the second time. 13:06 to play in the opening quarter. As the Sharks, we play a mix of NFL and college rules here in the EAFL. And anybody's watching, like Michael Torres, want to say good evening. And here is a chip shot kickoff, and that ball will be fielded at the 30 by Jordan Vini, the wide receiver. And Vini is absolutely destroyed after catching it, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 32 for the Hawks here, who just had negative 2 yards on 2 plays to start their opening drive, and then the interception was thrown. So let's see what the Sharks defense does here. Again, has only allowed 6 points to these guys in the first 4 quarters when they met, and actually had a goal line stand at the end when the referees kept, and the Sharks kept committing penalties, and the Hawks had, I think, like 6, 7 attempts at a touchdown and just couldn't get the ball in the end zone. First and 10 at the 32. Busted play here, but it does not end up with the same result that the Sharks busted play end up. That's Dawanski McWilliams Jr., the quarterback, and he is taken down, and that's a loss of 1. So far, they've had 4 offensive plays, negative 5 yards, and an interception.
And the Hawks have the size on the offensive line. You would think that,
Well, here's the problem. Yes, they do. But if you look at the Sharks' defensive line, they got some size too, but they also got a little bit of speed up front. I mean, you look at big number 55 up there, and that's Messiah Robinson. You remember Messiah from Cocoa.
Oh, 100%.
As a great offensive lineman, and here he is as a stand-up DN there. And that little swing pass there to the tight end goes for nothing. In fact, they're going to lose more yards on that as that swung out to Eric Johnson, who's listed as a wide receiver. But that should be a loss of 2 more, and it'll be 3rd down and about 13 now. No, actually, they say it's no gain at all, so still 3rd and 11. 11:57 to go in the opening quarter. Yeah, I mean, 74 and 52 up front on that left side are big, but Messiah Robinson, I mean, pretty good defensive end out there. And he lets it cut loose. That's pass interference. If they're not going to throw the flag, but Sharks get away with one there, I do believe. So wide receiver tried to come back for the ball, but the DB, I think the only thing that saved the DB there was he turned his head at the last minute. And that'll bring up 4th down and 11. And the Hawks still do not have a positive yard of offense here in their first 2 possessions. They'll be forced to punt. See who's back deep here. Punter's not all that deep.
No.
Nearly had it blocked, but you can see off a decent punt. That's not, I don't think it's going to, well, yeah, it is. It's going to be fielded on a bounce here. And to the 40, down to there's going to be a flag. That's going to come back. That's going to be a hold here. And a little extracurricular activity down there. There's number 24, Adam Kane. Wanted to make the tackle 2-3 times.
He just wanted to make sure he played through the whistle, Alan.
Yeah, he had to make sure he had him down, and down he had him. So we'll see what the flag is, but I'm pretty sure it's going against the Sharks. Yeah, they're going backwards. I think it's blocking the back is what that was. It's exactly what it was. So Sharks get a push in the back penalty here. Is our timekeeper and referee in the box tonight, the best in Eddie Dufresne. And the Sharks will start 1st and 10 at their own 25. Johnny Wainwright brings them back out. Wainwright, Sharks offense, 1 play, a 44-yard touchdown on a busted play by Wainwright. We okay?
Yeah, we're good. Do not disturb.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And here we go. All sides. And it'll be 1st and 5. So the things you can do on 1st and 5 are enormous from an offensive stand. I mean, everything. Your entire playbook is open.
And they just picked up a free 1st down, I think. Oh.
No, they took a timeout. Oh. So timeout on the field here. As we'll step aside. We'll be right back here on Brevard Sports Network. All right, welcome back here. Early stages of the first quarter. The East Coast Sharks committed 4-2. The Hernando Hawks 3-3. So a big divisional game in the AA division. Wainwright turns, gives to the back. It's going to be a nice cutback. Good steady run there by Davian Jones. Jones listed as a wide receiver that time. For sure the ball carrier.
Number 25 for the Hawks there looked like he was trying to channel his inner WWE superstar, jumping off the top rope onto Jones.
Yeah, speaking of WrestleMania weekend, turns, gives, nice cutback, good vision, straight up the middle, still on his feet. That's an outstanding run by the running back. He read his blocks, took his one cut and was gone, planted his foot and was gone up the middle. That's just a great run. That's a quality run. That's number 6. That's C.T. Davis out there. And chances are it was probably C.T. Davis on the first carry, too. It just looked like a 5. So C.T. Davis with a couple of big carries there, and it's 1st and 10 for the Sharks, 1st and 5 for the Sharks, as that will be the second straight time that the Hawks have jumped here on first down. 2 out of the last 3 first downs, I should say. And it'll be 1st and 5. And the ball will now be placed at the 36 of the Hawks as the Sharks continue to drive. Wainwright turns, gives, and another good cutback. And a little stutter step there and pushed out of bounds. And that is number 9 with the carry. That's Jarvell Francis, the running back. And Francis slides his way to a first down. And the ball is now down to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Sharks at the 30. 9:39 to play in the opening quarter. Quick pitch to Francis. Read it nicely that time, though. Was number 29, Isaiah Trail, and he says, I made the tackle being held and all. And he's right. And that'll be a loss of about 8 or 9. So it'll be 2nd and 19 now. This is the one area that the Sharks, the Sharks got to see improvement on if they're going to play deep into May and into June, I think. So it's 2nd and about 18 here. Wainwright turns, gives Francis straight up the gut. The hole is there. He's going to pick up the 90. The ball's out. He got it stripped out, and that is a turnover. And there goes big 00. Tywan Thomas, the defensive lineman, channeling his inner, whoever the Ravens defensive lineman was earlier this season. Can't remember who it was that did that, but he just recently retired. But Tywan Thomas will take the ball right away from Jarvell Francis.
I mean, Francis was held up on the tackle, and
he came in and took it away.
Oh, I mean, like taking candy from a baby, Alan.
Yeah, that's a good analogy with Easter tomorrow.
Not that we encourage, older siblings taking candy from
their baby brothers or sisters, but we know what's going to happen. What you got in your basket? What you got in your basket? As the Hawks now need to try to do something offensively. They haven't picked up a yard in 2 possessions here tonight. Their 3rd offensive possession. And the first play, they will not get a yard again. Got to be careful. Can't throw him down. They do not. Good job. And it'll be 2nd down and no gain.
The D-line for the Sharks is so quick.
Yeah. Actually, they lose a yard, so 2nd and 11. Empty set, 3 wide receivers to the left, throws across the middle. Yeah, I mean, he hit him right in the hands with it. You got to come up with it. That's a good throw there by Larry Gibbs, or I'm sorry, check that. That's McWilliams, the quarterback, and he hits Jarvis Kelly right in the hands. Javaris Kelly, right in the hands with the ball, and you got to catch that ball.
And it's supposed to be one of those, quarterback building confidence, that short little in route.
Well, I mean, even aside from that, it's just a matter of picking up a yard now. I mean, they're 3rd and 11 on their 3rd straight possession without a yard. 1. And the floating snap, and the quarterback will have that yard, but not much more. And it'll be 4th and about 9 now, as they do pick up 2. So it'll be 4th and 8, and back comes the punting team for the Hawks. No, you're right. I mean, in order to start picking those yards up, you're going to have to you're going to have to build some confidence and consistency. 2 seasons of football that are often underrated, but they don't have any of that going right now offensively. So it's 4th and 8, and he is even closer to the line of scrimmage than he was the last time. Quick punt, because he needed to do it. And that's a good punt, and it's fielded at the 30. That should be. No, it won't be. And there's a little push in the face. There's another push down. That's going to be 15 against the Hawks. And that's going to come on Keyshawn Gaddy, the defensive lineman, who just, for whatever reason, pushed a Shark in the face mask. And Shark did not retaliate. I will give him credit.
Yeah.
Because I don't like being pushed in my face mask.
Especially when that push winds up with you on your back.
Let me tell you something. That's the one. That's the one thing when I played hockey. Right, you can punch me in the back of the head, but you take your fingers and your fist and you put it in my face, wash me. Drop your gloves. We're going. At least I'm going.
Right. Whether you decide to go is up to you.
But I'd recommend it. So 15 yards added on, and it's 1st and 10 at the 45.
Listen, I'm about to fight. I don't know what you're about to do, but.
Unless somebody jumps in on your behalf, son. It's about to be a long 2 minutes. 1st and 10 at the Hawk 45. Whistles. And the second time out of the half taken by the Hawks. You know what? We'll take one, too. 6:38 to play in the opening quarter. 7-0 East Coast Sharks. All right, welcome back here. 2 timeouts already gone for the Hawks in the half. As Wainwright, with the back to his right, turns and gives to the back to his right. And he scampers outside, finds a lane, cuts back inside, going to pick up the first down. It's an outstanding run there by Bryson. Is that Bryson Pretty? Is that 35 or 39? I cannot tell. I believe that's Bryson Pretty. So the Hawks with a good drive going here. 1st and 10. Or not the Hawks, check that. The Sharks with a good drive going here at the Hawks 32-yard line. First down play, Wainwright throws, caught, had him across the middle, dropped it. It's a good-looking throw by Wainwright. just did not haul it in. That was a perfectly executed slant that probably should have been a touchdown. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I'll tell you what, the DB there also got his hand on it. Number 7 had a couple juggles at it there at the end.
Yeah. Here we go, 2nd and 10 now. Wainwright, 2 wide receivers split equally to each side, and it's going to be 2nd down and 5 as the 3rd offsides penalty of the quarter will be called against the Hawks.
I'll tell you what, the more they keep doing it, you take those free 5 yards
All day long.
once or twice every drive.
All day. Wainwright, southpaw, steps up, looks, dumps it off. And what a great cut. And this is an East Coast Shark touchdown. What a great play. By, I think, is that 10, Kendall Sawyer? I believe it is. Sawyer, that's a good play. I'm going to tell you something. That play starts with the way that Wayne Scott was able to avoid the rush. Wayne Scott steps up and dumps it off, and the rest taken care of by the wide receiver. And it's 13-0, and Wayne Scott now with a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown for the Sharks. And, oh, my, I've done the Sharks games for 3 years now. I have never seen 2 extra points kicked in the same game. And it is 14-0. We'll be right back. All right, here we go. And the kick is fielded at the 20. Good run there. Uh-oh, he gets down the sidelines. Lucky it's not 15 more. He tackled him over by the bench, but it's a good run back there by Nikolai LaRoda.
Hawks will get their best starting field position of the day.
All right, here we go. Hawks 1st and 10. First time, as Caleb alluded to, the best starting field position. It's in Shark territory at the Shark 46. McWilliams Jr. throws, caught, and trying to take the ball away. And the whistles blow. Ball hauled in there by Eric Johnson.
And if you're the Hawks, that's exactly how you get it started. You get a simple completion and take the positive yards you can get there.
Yeah. And give up the middle there. That's a nice run there. And that's going to be their first down of the game, Caleb.
Yeah, it was number 3 was the back, exploded through the hole took one step and bam.
Now their number 3 is listed as Landon Webster, is listed as a middle linebacker, so we want to make sure that was the number. But their numbers are easy to read, so number 10 swings out right, and that is nearly picked off. That's Isaiah Howard. The ball was a little out front, but certainly catchable.
And I'll tell you, I think it might have been another interception for the Sharks, but all the defenders were lining up to take on their blockers.
And well, and a lot of times, too, you can't believe the ball's actually right there. You're like, well, what just happened?
I was sizing up to take on my block and put
Right.
my blocker on the back.
Here we go, second and 10, I should say. And the deepest field position of the night. I would assume this is 4-down territory, down 14-0 already. McWilliams back to throw. He's going to step up. He's got room to the right if he can get out there. Yeah, I don't know what he's looking for. He just needs to tuck the ball and run. And he's going to pick up 7, maybe 8. And yeah, it's going to be 3rd down and 2. So for sure,
oh yes,
4-down territory here if they don't pick it up. But I mean, not to nitpick here, but had he just took the ball and accelerated, he might. I mean, they might be looking at 1st and goal. And McWilliams again with 3 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right, 3rd and 2. I don't know about this set on 3rd and 2, but it's a jet sweep of some sort, and the Sharks read it well. It's a foot race to the 1st down marker, and see where the ball is marked, and immediately down there flips it to the 1st down marker. So, yes, the referee says move it, and they do, and that is the second 1st down of this drive for the Hawks. And with 3 minutes to go in the first, Hernando County with their first sustained drive of the night.
Now the Hawks are doing a good job trying to spread the Sharks out and kind of maybe make some more room for those up the middle runs.
Yeah, RPO set here, and that was all kinds of confusion right out of the gate. That play was doomed from the minute it was snapped. Devontae Hart didn't have a chance to pick up anything there, and that's a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Actually, he lost more than that. 2nd and 13 now. McWilliams with the back to his right. Play action throws. He's got a man wide open, and he dropped it, and you just knew it. You could just see, and that's not a Sun problem either.
Nope.
He just dropped the football, and McWilliams is cheated of a touchdown, as are the Hawks on the drop in the end zone. But the issue for Coach Barton is, why is he 10 yards open? .156 to play in the first quarter, and I think the Sharks catch a – well, I don't think, I know they catch a break there. Alex, give me busted coverage for 200. 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Steps up. Okay. Got a chance. Oh, my. Okay. Well, he had to.
Yeah.
But I will concur with the crowd there that said that, listen,
he don't like to be
he
touched.
don't like to be sacked or touched, and a lot of quarterbacks are like that, and I do agree. So it's 4th down, and yep, we were wondering if it would be, and it is 4-down territory for Hernando here, and McWilliams wants it, and he catches Messiah Williams on the jump early, and now It's 4th down and 3. From 4th and 8 to 4th and 3 as Messiah Williams jumps.
And now everything in the playbook is back available in the option.
Messiah Robinson. Messiah looks good as a defensive end out there.
He does.
Not on the team this week is Christian Burt. That's because he signed this week his national letter of intent to play college football. Good for him.
Yep.
So the Sharks immediately kicked him off the team.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, watching a high school senior out here play with the guys a little bit older, that young man's ready to play some college football.
Oh, yeah.
So now it's 4th and we'll call it a long 2.5, short 3. And we got a whistle and the 3rd and final timeout, maybe? Yeah, the 3rd and final timeout taken by the Hernando Hawks here. Got to get this right. This is probably, no, let me take that back. This isn't probably. This is the biggest play of this game thus far for Hernando.
Using all your timeouts before the end of the first quarter.
So are you excited, my man, for WrestleMania? I know you're a big wrestling guy.
Yes.
You ready for this?
Yes. So WWE's done a great job hyping it up all week.
I saw you showed me the stage last night. It looked good. Good look for Vegas.
Oh, yes.
Cody Rhodes going to retain, or is he going down?
I feel like he's got to retain here.
Okay.
Just because I don't know if I wouldn't be disappointed either way, though.
Yeah.
If Cena breaks the record, I feel he's earned the right to do that, carrying the company on his back like he did for so long through some pretty dark times in the company's history.
Yeah, I'd say so. 1:13 to go. The Hawks 4th and 3, and throws and I'm going to tell you who made that play. Nelson Campari gets in there, and Campari completely altered the path of that throw. And the wide receiver, for some reason, just said, I don't think I have to get set. Did not get set. That was a motion penalty. The Sharks decline it and will take over 1st and 10. But Nelson Campari just completely disrupted, and it was there. If Campari is not there, that pass is complete, and the Sharks are forced to take that penalty, and we're doing 4th down again. So that's a great play by Campari.
That's one of those that you won't see it anywhere in the stat book, but you look at it on film and you're like, that's why.
Yep. All right, 14-0 with the lead and the ball deep in their own territory here. 1:08 to play in a rather slow first quarter. And the Sharks, nothing fancy, just a dose of following your blocks and making some yards. Jaleel Davis, CT with the carry there, and he's going to pick up 3, 2nd and 7. Under a minute. Look at that. Breaks the tackle, cuts back again, and yeah, this is just good old-fashioned football here. Nice play by Wayne Scott.
And Wayne Scott kind of ran that little option
Yeah.
perfectly. Like, he was positioning the ball where if he had to pitch it, he could, and that makes defenders hesitate when they know a quarterback is kind of prepping.
This is the best I've seen the Sharks offense execute this season. First and 10 at the 40. That's the end of the first quarter. Sharks, 14 points on the board and already moving here. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter. You're watching the EAFL on BSN. All right, welcome back here to Brevard Sports Network. And we want to thank the sponsors, Port Java, and, of course, Lucky Devil Barbershop and Shave. Head on and go and get you a cut from the Lucky Devil Barbershop Shop and Shave and become just what the name says, a Lucky Devil. Fresh 15 on the clock as the Sharks, wearing the black with the red trim, are moving from right to left on your handheld device. I don't even know where the ball is. There it is. Wayne Scott's got it. A well-designed play. I had no idea where the ball was. As Wayne Scott or somebody, whoever, that's Wayne Scott. He's going to have to come off for a play. At any level of football, when the helmet comes off, so do you. Just for one play. So after the debacle that just was, it is 2nd and 20. I don't see our guy tonight. Is he not here, Whitey?
No. Now that you mention it, I don't see his seat.
I don't either. Oh, I hope he's okay. I hope everything's good. It is Easter. Oh, good run. Look at this run. And he could. Oh, he grabbed him by his hair. But that's, you know what? That is just the, and yeah, no. Good job there. What a run by, I believe that's Jarvel Francis. It is. Francis, that's the thing with the dreads, man, because no dreads there, and Francis is in the end zone. But great run by Jarvel nonetheless. He picks up the 20 plus 25 more, 40-plus yard run, and the Sharks cross the 50 into Hawk territory, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the Hernando Hawk 38. I mean, he made no beans about it. He reached out and grabbed him by the hair.
You know what? When you're on that defense, you grab anything you can.
Look, I agree.
Ethical or not, I am not in football for ethics.
Turns, gives. And that's a short gain of about 2, maybe 1. 2nd and 9. And Wayne Scott will pick up one more, and 3rd down and 8 here now. Literally 1 yard.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Here the OC is Connor Veit. We'll see what Connor has up his sleeve here as the offensive coordinator. Head coach, of course, Scott Veit. And it's a sweep to the right. This is Pretty. Pretty with a. It's going to be close to a first down. Pretty, I think, has got it. He does. That's a pretty good run.
I mean, got to the outside, had his jersey pulled from behind, was able to wiggle out of that and
Good call.
give that great second effort.
I mean, if you're going to run a sweep, you're obviously going to do it to the strong side, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you do it there, and you give your back all kinds of room to work with. And Bryson Pretty made something out of it, that's for sure. And the Sharks have a first down as they approach the Lucky Devil Barbershop red zone here, 1st and 10 at the 28, 29-yard line. Wayne Scott and wisely just tries to get back to the line of scrimmage to avoid the sack. He will be taken down. He will be sacked. 2nd and 12.
The backer for the Hawks there did a good job, timing up that snap count and force that offensive line to congeal inside just to not give up that B gap rather than being able to fan out and give Wayne Scott running lanes.
And the other thing, too, is Wayne Scott did a nice job there, too, of stepping up and then finally tucking the ball once he realized he wasn't going anywhere. A lot of times in the adult amateur football level, these guys want to make a play
Right.
and they force something there. Wayne Scott did not do that, and he allows his team to play another day, which is a good headsy football play. 9:50 to go. Wayne Scott on 2nd and 12. All kinds of time now. Throws the out, and that's a nice pitch and catch to the near side here. Hauled in by Grady Pizarro. It's the first time we've heard Grady's name called tonight. And that'll bring up 3rd and 7 now on a gain of 5. It's not an easy ball to throw an out pass like that with your tight end locked in coverage. And Wayne Scott makes a good throw, and Pizarro a good catch.
Placed it where either Pizarro was either going to make that catch or was going to sail out of bounds.
Yeah. Little dump off here to Jarvell Francis. Yeah, Francis is going to pick up 15 more inside the Lucky Devil Barbershop red zone. And the East Coast Sharks, Caleb, as you said, beautiful execution on that.
I mean, everything from Wayne Scott waiting to the last possible second, not making too complicated of the throw, just dropped it right in and pick up the yards you need.
1st and 10 at the 15 here, and the Sharks are circling the end zone waters here. And they'll get an opportunity to do it 1st and 5 from the 10 now. And for the 4th time in the half, the Hawks are offside on 1st or 2nd down. 3rd time on 1st down. 8:19 to play in the half. Coming up at halftime today, Caleb, nothing. We're going to take a break. As that's a nice little trap right there, straight up the gut. Needed 5, picked up maybe 3, 2nd and 2. As the Sharks inch closer, you can hear the song now, right? Dun, 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 dun. Here they come. Right. Da-da-dum. 2nd and 2. This is a give, and
Oh,
he just
wow.
bowls people over. Does he get in? No. 1st and goal from the 1. C.T. Davis with the carry. And the Sharks couldn't be any closer now. 1st and goal from the 1. Right back to the line of scrimmage. Wayne Scott with Davis. The give is to CT. Touchdown, Sharks. And with 7:16 to go, the Sharks take a 20-0 lead.
And that was a drive that the Sharks love to see, being able to run the football effectively. The previous play before, C.T. Davis got skinny.
There's Whitey.
Oh,
He's not suited
no.
up.
But it's still good to see him.
Yeah.
C.T. Davis got skinny coming through the B gap so he wouldn't be tackled at the line of scrimmage and set him up there for the touchdown run.
No, that's not Whitey. I'm sorry. That's not Whitey. I don't think. No, but you're right. That's a good drive. Now this is the thing here. Will they go 3 for 3? And the answer to that question is yes. Davian Jones with the extra point on the hold from Eddie Dufresne. 21-0 Sharks. Talking to Mr. Dufresne, and he says, talking to Eddie Dufresne, this is a team building for the playoffs. Having a kicker is a good thing.
Yes.
You stop and think about it, and this may sound crazy, but the Sharks have never kicked 3 extra points in one game before.
Franchise record.
That's a franchise record, and so those 3 extra points, I can think of a lot of games that would have liked to have had those 3 points. And the kick is fielded at the 16. Out across, this is DeMonte Hart. Hart will be taken down just shy of the 40 at about the 38, 39-yard line. And this is where Daiwanski McWilliams Jr. will take over.
If you're the Hawks here, you've got to get in the end zone here before the half.
Yeah.
Look, I know it's only one score, but, 21-7 looks a lot better than, 21-0.
Well, the problem is right now is they cannot run the football.
Agreed.
They cannot run the football. And McWilliams doesn't like to get hit.
Mm-hmm.
And all Barton likes to do is blitz. So there's a conundrum here somewhere. And here they come again. And he's going to step up. And he just lets it go. And this, I can't. This is going to be offensive pass interference. If it's not offensive pass interference, I'd be shocked. This should go against Hernando County for offensive pass interference.
And the Hawks also, there's a lineman down for the Hawks.
Let's see where it goes. I mean, he grabbed him. See what the White House says.
What? Wow. Okay.
Pass it. All right. Well, look, I don't agree with the call, but okay.
Listen, all I'll say is this: the conversation. Coach comes out and says, "Did you not seem to pull my guy down?" The referee looked at him and said, "I didn't see him get pulled down."
Okay. Is that what he said?
Yes.
Okay.
I heard that.
Okay. So yeah, that's a shocker there. But okay, I mean, all right, 1st and 10 now. And now the Hawks need to capitalize on this because it's second time they've crossed the 50. They're at the 49, and he gets lucky there. So now they got to make something of the luck.
Yes.
Here they come again. Little out pass. And, yeah, number 27 could feel the footsteps. That's Chris Johnson Sr. out there. And he could definitely feel what was coming his way if he had caught that ball. 6:59 to go. He's in trouble again. He slides left and just takes off with the football, and he'll step out of bounds at about the 40, and that'll bring up 3rd and about 3.
Hey, look, he doesn't like to get touched. Fine, pick up 3-4 yards and get out of bounds. That's better.
Yeah.
It's the best run game they got right now.
Is there somebody over there broadcasting?
No, I think I might be a coach using the high box table.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, I don't see a camera. I was like, he could have come over here.
Right.
And that's 1st down for the Hawks. 6:14 to go. What a beautiful evening. The evenings are still good. The days are getting a little hotter.
But you're still getting enough of a breeze to make the evenings.
Yeah. I mean, you still walk outside in the evenings, and you still are like, okay.
Yeah. You could sit out there for a little
It ain't Florida yet.
Correct.
It's coming, though. You better believe that.
We haven't started the preheating yet.
No, we have not. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Up, thump. Oh, nice throw. He just overthrew his man, and that is Eddie Dufresne who threw. What's the flag for? That's a live ball. What are they doing? I don't know. They can keep going. I'm not sure what the flag is for. The ball was wildly underthrown, intercepted by Eddie Dufresne, who then lateraled it to his teammate. I can't wait to see what this call is.
His teammate was reacting to the flag before the play even stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, that's a live ball. What in the world did we just see?
Hold on, let me see if I can try to figure this out here. So, Alan, if you look here,
yeah,
watch down here at the bottom. You'll see they're coming out of something. Like he's just breaking away from something. So
well, then throw the flag there.
Correct.
Don't wait 10 minutes later.
I agree.
I mean, he literally dropped back 10 yards, the referee did, and then decided to throw the flag. All right, so it's automatic 1st down and a 10-yard penalty. That'll negate the Dufresne interception. Gives, pitch, nice play if it can be executed, but they can't run the football. The Sharks just will not allow it. And in there on the stop is Nate Yankee. Every time I say his name, I want to say Yankee Zulu Soldier. You know how they do the things over the police radios when they call in the names?
Yes.
I want to go Yankee Zulu Soldier. 167. Just things idiotic broadcasters think of. 4:55 to play, and the Hawks have reached inside the 30 in each of their last 2 attempts, or at least the last 2 drives with the football. But the Sharks have shut it down. This is 2nd and 13 for Hernando County. McWilliams drops, throws, and that's a nice throw. And I mean, it shortens the yards. Good throw, good catch. That's Dallas Campbell on the reception. It brings up 3rd down and about, we'll call it a long 6 here. Clock's running, 4:10 to go.
And that time the Sharks corralled that jet sweep attempt.
Yeah, they can't run the ball against the Sharks.
No.
I mean, we've not seen but one team be able to do that this year here anyway. And that didn't come until midway through the second half when the game was out of hand.
Yes.
And that was the Raiders when the Raiders came in here. Timeout, Sharks on the field here. And this is the Sharks wanting to make sure they put something together on 4th down that gives them the football back. They want this shutout tonight. This is a division game. This puts them at 5-2. This puts the Hawks at 3-4. This is a big game. You're now 3/4 of the way through the season. Next week, there's a good probability, and I don't mean any disrespect to the Raptors, but there's a good probability next week you move to 6 and what do
right.
you become 5-3, you move to 6-3 or 6-2 next week. You go down to Palm Bay, you stay in county next week. So this is an important game.
Yes.
And the Raptors are building something down there, and you'll see that game here on Brevard Sports Network. We'll be down at Palm Bay High School next week for that one. That'll be a Raptors broadcast, though. McWilliams showing his ability, and he gets all the way down to the 2-yard line. And McWilliams, he looked a little there like a little Saquon Barkley jumping backwards and forwards, and he gets a rest because his helmet came off. Coming in to play quarterback now is DeMonte Hart.
But they're still trying to go no huddle.
Yeah.
And the Sharks call a timeout to get the subs on.
That's a good job to do that with 3:17 to go. You're up 21-0. Let your guys catch their breath. You got the timeouts to use. Use them.
Yep. One more that they can use.
Yep.
After this.
Yeah. Hernando has none left.
Correct.
And the Sharks now have used 2, so they have 1 remaining.
Again, back to the quarterback. You want to talk about, he hasn't wanted to be touched all game, but when his team needed him to get down there, he did what he had to do.
That's a good point. He still has to sit out this play, and the quarterback for this play will be DeMonte Hart. So let's see what they decide to do here. Is this going to be some sort of a tush-push thing, or got him embarrassed to even say that? Can't wait to the NFL outlaws it. Yeah, that's not going 2 yards. Blow the whistle. And they're going to just let him get.
The refs are just.
Well, I mean, they didn't do anything, so it's going to be 2nd down. He didn't get in, so it's 2nd and goal from the 1. That's the thing with that play. It was a day and age in football where you could not aid a runner on your own team.
See,
it's still in the rule book.
I was saying, like, I used to argue for the play until I had a research lesson.
Yes.
And yeah, no, I'm jumped to the other side of that fence.
The ball's out. Ball's out. And this is a battle for it on the ground. We'll see who the referees say have it. And it'll be Hawks ball. But now it's 3rd down. and goal from the 5 as he just dropped the football. Here's the thing I don't understand. Why wasn't McWilliams back in there on that play? I mean, he had to come off for one play. Why would they keep him off for a second? Makes no sense to me.
A line I use at work. I know nothing. I just work here.
Well. All right. Now, unless he asked to be out for that play, and that's a possibility. And the Sharks are going to take their third and final timeout with 1:55 to go here. So that's it. The good news is we'll have no more timeouts. Huh? Oh, 2-minute warning. Oh, so no timeout. I forgot. We use college and NFL rules, so it's a 2-minute warning. We'll step aside. We'll be right back.
Go.
All right, welcome back. 1:55. 2-minute warning there. And back in at quarterback is Dywanowski McWilliams. And we'll see what they dial up here on third and goal from the 5. McWilliams, he's got room, and he just throws it in and off the hands of his tight end. His receivers have done him no favors today. That is the 4th drop of the half. Second touchdown drop of the half by the Hawks. And that'll bring up 4th and goal with 1:48 to go.
Here's the thing. I don't even think the tight end was the intended receiver. Watching it back on tape delay here, looked like he was trying to hit the backside receiver, and the tight end jumped to try to snag it one-handed.
The Mountain Man is in. I'm watching my Orioles play separately, too, by the way. And McWilliams looking, slides. He's in trouble, and he's going to go down. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. And let's see who the big man was that got in there that time. As he comes off the field, that sack forces a turnover on downs. Yeah, I mean, you tell me you see that number in front of that jersey.
79?
No. Turn around. No, he's right here. Yeah, right here. Still ain't turning around. Going to sit on the bench, I hope. Nelson Campari. That's who I thought it was. Nelson Campari with the sack. And it's 1st and 10. And the Sharks should be doing nothing here but trying to just get to halftime.
Yep.
How many timeouts are they going to be granted?
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Huh?
No. But the Hawks have used their timeouts all within the first quarter. Okay.
Well, then they pointed in the wrong direction the third time. Because that's the third. I got it. Okay. All right. Inadvertently gave one of the timeouts that the Hawks took to the Sharks took to the Hawks. So that should for sure be their final timeout. If it's not, then we're playing youth rules. And there's a give. That's pretty. Bryson pretty. And they're just going to throw him out of bounds. And they say stop the clock with 1:20 to go. $21-0. Two things have stood out to me in this first half for the Sharks. The defense has been stellar. Bent a couple of times but didn't break. And the rhythm of the offense is as good as I've seen it all year. And 3 extra points.
Yep.
Pretty. And look at Bryson Pretty just bowling people over. Looking like Mike Allstott out there. Bryson Pretty all the way up to near the midfield mark with a minute to go. And Bryson Pretty saying, give me the ball.
They can't stop me. Can't stop, won't stop.
And he'll come out and get a well-earned breather there. And this give is to C.T. Davis. And they're just chewing up chunks of yards against the Hawks here. Under a minute to go, 43 seconds. Watching mass confusion take place here at the end of the half. And back to throw, Wayne Scott, and he just lets one go, and that drops at the 8-yard line to no one. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 5 with 15 seconds to go in the first half. So 3rd down in about, well, it's 4, actually. 3rd and a long 4 for the Sharks. 15 seconds to go. Wayne Scott drops back. The southpaw gets outside. Oh, that's a punt. That's a battle. And it was nearly caught that time by Pizarro. Grady Pizarro, I think maybe if that ball is a conventional pass or it doesn't look like a spiral punt, Pizarro might have it. But that thing looked like a beautiful punt.
Yes.
Six seconds to go. 4th down. I think they're just going to turn and hand this thing off. The Hawks can't stop the clock. Again, coming up at halftime, absolutely nothing.
If we get enough donations, Alan might do the chicken dance for everybody.
No, I will not. Cut back here, and that'll take us to the end of the first half. It has been all East Coast Sharks as they lead it 21-0. Back in 17 here on BSN.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the Brevard Sports Network as we continue with third quarter action as the Hawks set to kick off here. Again, in the first half, the Sharks won the coin toss and deferred to the second half. Not everyone was ready, and we go back. Oh, the clock's not set. They're waiting for the clock operator to get back.
You'll get it. All right. You ready?
Yep,
All right, let's go.
we're live.
Okay. Hey, Eddie, they're waiting on you. You want to go tell Eddie?
Yeah.
Oh, here he is.
They're calling him to let him know they're waiting on him.
There we go. So here we go. Second half about to get underway here. All Sharks in half number one as they'll receive the second half kickoff. And here we go. And I don't know what that is. That's not an onside kick. It'll be picked up at the 30 and dropped at the 30. So, and that's going to be a flag. We got fighting going on now. And this is the thing I was concerned about at halftime because this game was a tad bit chippy going in to the half. And you're down 21-0. It's been a horrible week for Hernando in terms of the tragic loss of Bobby Randolph's wife in the accident last week on the way home from the game. And her thoughts and prayers and condolences are with the entire Hernando County Hawks organization and especially the Randolph family. And so, you know, a lot of times there's a frustration level that can set in and come out. So they're going to call offsetting penalties there, which is probably the right call. 14:56 to go, and what a first half for Mr. Wayne Scott. He scored on the first offensive play of the game, a 44-yard busted play touchdown run. Wayne Scott, and they're going to get us. This is the fourth time on first down, fifth time in the game. Actually, they're going to mark this off against the Sharks here. So it's going to be a false start, and it'll be first and 15 now. So forget everything I just said until it happens again.
Joey, please disregard the witness's last statement.
That's correct. Brevard County's finest down there walking up and down the track. And the give straight up the gut is a gain of 5. So they'll get the penalty back, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Sharks. Next week, it's the Sharks and the Raptors here on Brevard Sports Network. And this week, if you're a baseball and lacrosse fan, well, this is your week here. We've got new this week, high school baseball. Not that high school baseball's new, but the playoffs start this week. And what is new there is that in the state of Florida, it is now a best-of-3 playoff series. Each round is best-of-3. You'll see Merritt Island and Vieira this week, the first 2 games of their series. And then on Wednesday night, Jackson and Caleb will have the call between the 4th-seeded Vieira Hawks and the 5th-seeded, I believe it's Oviedo.
Yes.
Oviedo Lions. And the regional quarterfinals of the FHSAA 6A2 lacrosse tournament. So an action-packed week
I love that baseball's moved to the 2 out of 3.
Oh, I do too. And there's a quick, they called him on they tried a blitz and they called him. Great play. Went to the other side. They were blitzing to the right. The Sharks, or blitzing to the left. The Sharks called the play to the weak side that time, and they pick up a big first down. Outstanding play call. 1st and 10 at the 47. Second half just underway here. Happy Easter to you and yours out there. Throws, Wayne Scott intercepted. That's number 42, and that's not a good way to start the second half.
No.
As the interception is by Derek Gomes, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Hernando County at the Sharks' 36-yard line. And, well, let's just hope that the Sharks stop this in a hurry, because this has been another issue with this team, and that's solid first-half performance and then a complete departure in the second half. 12:54. And now the Hawks are in business. And I'll tell you what, before the first half ended, Dywanski McWilliams Jr. was playing some good football under center.
I mean, they can get him more involved in the run game. Again, even just picking up those 3-4 yards on the scrambles and getting out of bounds. I mean, just something to keep moving the ball forward and give the Sharks something else to look at.
And Dywanski drops back, and he throws a nice screen, and that ball drops in there. And hauled in by Isaiah Howard, the running back. And the problem is it was only good for 3 yards. Well executed, just no yards to it. Actually 2 yards, 2nd and 8 now. $12:31 to go. And the Hawks really have to convert this. They need pot here, man. They need points off of turnovers. As McWilliams Jr. will have 4 wide receivers. Now, they'll be split equal to each side, one back in the backfield. Now he's got a motion back, and that back turns back to the other side. And busted play, and it won't go anywhere. And unfortunately for Hernando County, that's been the thing. 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And that one was luckily saved by Isaiah Howard, and Howard will come off after being shaken up a little bit there. And now it's 3rd and 13. The good news is that you got the ball. You took the opening possession away from the Sharks. The other good news is that you have it in their territory, so this is 4 down territory for you. So you don't need it all right here.
You'd still like at least half.
Well, I think you even want a little more than half. But you'll take at least half. McWilliams Jr. Sharks showing blitz. They do not bring it. McWilliams steps up. He's got time. He gets rid of it. He just lets it go wide open. McWilliams Jr. underthrew him, and he knows it. He knows it. And you can see him right there. He just absolutely knows he had a touchdown, and that was toast coverage by the Sharks, meaning they were burnt for sure. And put a little butter on that. But that is going to be 4th down and 13, and opportunity is lost. What are they doing? I mean, are they punting? I mean, McWilliams has come off the field. McWilliams Jr. has come off the field here. Are they actually punting? Now, this is the punter that's only about 8 yards from the line of scrimmage here. He is not very deep at all, but he's a one-step boom guy. So this is Gregory Biddle, listed as a kicker. Again, he's not deep. Yeah, they're going to punt. All right, so I don't know how he got it off, but that's what happens when you're only 7 yards deep.
Yep.
If you get a bad snap, you have no time whatsoever to get it under control. So that's a net punt of about 8 yards. And with 11:06 to go, the Sharks will take over 1st and 10.
I'd like to give a shout out to Michael Torres jumping on the broadcast.
Mr. Torres, welcome. 11:06. He's done a tremendous job with the EAFL. This is where the Super Bowls need to be.
Yes.
So if you're watching, Michael, this is where the Super Bowls need to be.
Brevard County is something for everybody.
That's it. Gives outside. Look at this cutback. And he says, go, 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 because I'm going. And an ankle tackle saves the day there. That's an outstanding run on that play right there by Cam Harris. And Harris showing his speed, gets out across or near the 50, or actually check that to the 46, they'll rule him down. So a gain of 19 and a Sharks first down at the 47 officially. And an ankle tackle there for sure saves a touchdown. 10:40 to go in the third. East Coast Sharks.
Telling his lead blocker, what are you doing watching me run? Go find work.
Yes, 21-0. Wayne Scott turns and hands again, and again the speed picks up 8 more, and it'll be second down, third down, maybe even 10 yards on first down. Does he get it? Yeah, I think the official is going to wave him through here. Why not? Yep, and he does. So another big gain on first down there by Cam Harris. And the Sharks continue to show their depth at running back with players like C.T. Davis, players like Jarvell Francis, and here in the second half, you're seeing Cam Harris. It also helps to have guys like that coming off the field there, number 79, who is Dakota Plate. He's about 6'2", 310.
Yeah. We'll get him on camera here, right there. Well, Michael, you know how to get a hold of us.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, you just said he's going to need us for the championships.
Well, we're there. You know it. Would love to do them again. 1st and 10. 10:23 to go here in quarter number 3.
Last I saw, 3 stadiums are up for bid for the championships.
Okay.
One of them includes Lakeland.
Ooh, that's our favorite.
I know.
Turns, gives, and Harris runs out of that tackle, leaps forward for a gain of 4. Man, I like the way he plays the game. He's like, don't take me out. It took me all the way to the third quarter to get in here. Do not take me out. I just picked up 43 yards in 3 plays. I'm not coming out.
You're going to have to drag me out, Coach.
Yep. 9:50 and running here, and the Sharks are on the move. And it's Harris again, and this time he is gobbled up before he can get through the hole. And that's an outstanding play there by the big interior defensive lineman, number 56, Trey Prater. Prater said, I'm going to put 2 arms around you, young man. Good drive, too, because it's a time-consuming drive. And
yeah.
So it's third down. Again, if you're just joining us, the Sharks did some things in the first half. Quite honestly, we've never seen this franchise do. That first thing was kick 3 extra points in a half. We've never seen that.
Never.
The second thing, I think, is they found an offensive rhythm. That is, I thought he probably should have put that one in his belly. The RPO does not work out well there for Wayne Scott as the Hawks defense eats it alive. And now to be fourth down, we got a flag.
I didn't see a flag.
I didn't either, but they Yard guy's not moving. Yeah, there's a flag on the other side there. Yep. So we'll see what the call is as the white hat comes to the near side. He'll let us know. Dead ball, personal foul. It's going to go against the Sharks. So that's going to back them up 15 yards. So it's a dead ball foul, so it'll be 4th down, and they'll punt. 8:49 to go. If you didn't do anything there, you knocked about 4.5 minutes off the clock. Back deep is DeMonte Hart. And on the punt is Dylan Guy, I think. Guy's going to be the punter. Yep, he is. You got 2 guys back deep. Also back deep is Adam Kane. Snap. And that's end over end, and that is not a great punt, but it does cross the 50, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hernando Hawks at their own 41-yard line. 8:15 to go. We want to thank the sponsors of the Sharks tonight. Of course, Port Java, the best cup of Joe you can get in Brevard County. Port Java, and, of course, the Lucky Devil Barbershop and Shave. Go get you a fresh cut and a clean trim, and you can be exactly what the namesake says, a lucky devil. 8:15 to play in the third. I'll tell you, man, the thing that, Michael's done a terrific job with the AFL, but the best time I ever had with Michael was broadcasting those Orlando Phantoms games, man.
So
I became an Orlando Phantoms fan. I just did. Michael gave me 200 jerseys. They're still hanging.
Yeah.
In one of the corners of the studio, and I really enjoyed going over there. I think it was Lake Brantley High School.
Brantley High School, the Lake Brantley Patriots.
Throws caught, and underneath. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Michael's a promoter, man. He knows.
Oh, yes.
He knows, man. He knows. He frustrates me because he's like me in terms of being able to get a hold of him. Right? It's like nearly impossible sometimes. But, yeah, I've always enjoyed working with Mr. Torres. 7:35 to go. Quick pitch, and that goes backwards and continues to go backwards. And cannot see the front of the Sharks jersey that made the stop, but back there it looks like was number 27. Yep, and it was 27. So let's make sure Dylan Guy, the punter from the last punt, gets his flowers for that play because that's a loss of 8, 3rd and 18 now. Good to see the EAFL on the cast. So 3rd and 18, 6:51 to go in the third quarter. Guy showing blitz, backs off of it, 4-man rush, and they put pressure on McWilliams with 4 men, and he throws, and he's got his tight end or wide receiver, one or the other, and the official says a catch, and it's a beaut over there. That's Eric Johnson that pulls it in, and a good job by Johnson to get both of his feet in, or get his feet or foot in, and across the 50 they go down to the 39, 38-yard line, and it's the no huddle again from the Hawks, and this gave the Sharks some problems at the end of the first half. And again, especially in an EAFL game, nothing is ever over. Man in motion, and this time, this poor guy just has nowhere to run. That's Dylan Guy again coming up. Isaiah Howard again thrown for a loss. And go ahead.
That's just got to be frustrating. As soon as he's getting the ball, he's looking up, and there's already 2 or 3 Sharks staring him eye to eye.
Yeah.
Look, as a running back, you're expected to make one person miss.
Well, listen, if and it's a simple adjustment. But if I am, and I would never pretend to tell a coach what to do, right, Caleb? I
No.
mean, that's not me by any stretch. But if I were Quentin Law, the OC, I would fake that quick pitch and throw it and just toss it the other way. And there's a quick pump fake throws and complete, but unfortunately, it was complete to Malik Nile, check that, I'm sorry. It was complete to Chris Johnson Sr., who is a defensive back standing on the sidelines. So that's an incomplete pass, and it'll be third down and 16. You see, you see a lot of NFL teams do it. They'll put two backs back there, and they'll fake that quick pitch to the one side, and it's just a quick stutter, and it just draws the defense momentarily to that side. But they need some sort of change of pace back there because the Sharks are just teeing off on their run game. Now, a lot of that has to do with Mark Barton and what he sees and the adjustments he makes throughout the game, the defensive coordinator for the Sharks. Bad snap. That's not going to buy him any time. He's going to step up, cut back, and go down. It'll be 4th and 10 or 4th and 11. And immediately, Hernando has not been able to do much here. I thought the punt team was coming on. They're not. Yeah, they're going to go for this, and I think with 4:50 to go, down by 3 touchdowns, that's a good call. Look at number 79 coming off the field. That is 6'2" speed if I've ever seen it. That's pretty good for a lineman.
Oh, 100%.
4th and 11. And now 5 wide receivers. McWilliams drops back. The blitz comes. He is running nowhere but the wrong direction, and he just lets it go. And I don't know that he even got that ball back to the line of scrimmage. And because it was 4th down, it'll be a turnover on downs. It might have saw an intentional grounding flag. Had it, and that's what Coach Veit's asking for. Where's my flag? Push him back 10 more yards, and let's run 4th down again. Should have been a flag. But it'll be 1st down. Yeah, that's intentional grounding all day long.
Yeah.
First of all, it's not a wide receiver over there. Second of all, the ball doesn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. There are 2 of the, things you have to have that penalty called. But the Sharks got the ball, 1st and 10 at the 40. Let's see if it's Cam Harris again. Back in the backfield, Harris with a great drive his last time that stalled. And this time, Wayne Scott looking to throw. He just lets a duck go, and that's going to be intercepted. Oh, it's dropped. Oh, my goodness. And 10 push-ups, 2 push-ups. That ball, Derek Gomes nearly had his second pick of the game and may not have had his second pick of the game because it looks like somebody had shot buckshot into that ball halfway into the air. That thing was a wounded duck, to say the least.
Yee.
And it's probably a good thing it was. The incomplete pass will stop the clock, and Gomes is not happy with himself. He did the 1.5 push-ups there. I think I've ever seen that before, but
I think he went to start doing his push-ups.
Well, we understand it. That's it. That's him admitting he should have had it. 2nd and 10. Wayne Scott looks, and he fires across the middle, and that is just dropped. That is right on the button and was dropped. I know who you're here to see.
She came looking for you at halftime, and you disappeared on her.
Oh, did I?
Yeah. Not 30 seconds after you got up.
How you like this? It is. It is fun. It's different. And it's weird seeing some of them guys out there, ain't it, that we called just a year ago, 2 years ago even. But I'll tell you this, I like Masai as a DN. And that ball is caught, but that'll be a loss. That will be a loss. A couple of former Cocoa Tigers out there, John Joyner and Messiah Robinson, and guys that won state championships. You know, leagues like this are going to benefit greatly because of what college football has done to recruiting.
Yep.
And guys like Michael Torres that have that business sense, that have those promotional skills, that know how to. He's going to help a lot of these guys, I believe. 3:05 to go in the third, and that's a much better punt this time, and it'll be fielded at the 25. And just like the run game, nowhere to go as down goes DeMonte Hart. We'll step aside. We'll be right back on the Brevard Sports Network.
All right, so the Hawks will get started here deep inside their own territory. 2:55 left to go here in quarter number 3.
I bet it is. Is it? How's he doing? Does he get to come home?
Quarterback drops back to pass. Stepping up and makes tried to make 2 Sharks miss, and he'll be wrapped up and stopped. Picks up a couple of yards. That looks like it could have been a flag. That'll bring up, it'll give him 2-3 yards on the play. It'll be second down and about, we'll call it 7 here for the Hawks. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Drops. See, he steps up. He's got all sorts of room to go, and he does not mind picking up yards.
Yes, right.
This is the other quarterback. This is number 13, Dallas Campbell. Or Campbell, my bad. Campbell picks up a big first down here for Hernando. And Campbell, looks like a little busted play, takes it himself, and he'll be wrapped up after picking up a couple of yards, though. Wrapped up by that Shark defensive line. Coming up on just under a minute left to go here in the third quarter, as again, the Hawks are getting the positive yardage now on offense, but can they sustain a drive and put it in the end zone? They've gotten inside the 30-yard line twice. Toss to the back, and oh my goodness, what a hit. Scott. Ryan Veit decided to flatten the running back out like a pancake. And I mean, show them how it's done. Number 77 said in the chat. That's going to bring up third down and third and about 16, and they're going to go ahead and take out the third quarter. So that will be the final play of the third quarter as Ryan Veit with an absolutely amazing tackle to end the third quarter. We head to fourth quarter action here in EAFL football live from the O-Dome right here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, fresh 15 left in the fourth and final quarter of regulation. Campbell drops back to pass. Campbell rolling right. There's a flag on the play. Still looking to find somebody and brought down and tackled from behind. I believe that was number 27.
Yes. All right.
Dylan Guy. Guy comes up with the sack there for the Sharks.
Good seeing you. Hey, tell everybody I say hello and happy Easter. Thank you. Always love talking to parents.
Yes.
Players, and especially parents you're close to, you've known for a long time.
I'll say it makes doing what we do such a joy is when you get a chance to
no
build
doubt.
that relationship with parents of student athletes where even after their kid is.
The other thing, too, is parents are always a good source of information.
100%.
Now, I mean, this particular parent I just happen to be close to as a friend.
Correct.
So I don't, what we discuss stays between us. But
of course.
That's a good punt there. I don't know how this guy gets these punts off standing 5, 6, 7 yards behind the center.
And it will be down about the 38, 39 yard line.
14-41. And right now, I just don't foresee anything big here. I mean, I know you want to but you don't want to you just don't want to open the door for anything.
Nope. Listen, you have 3 horses at running back that can run the football well. Use those legs.
Yeah, I agree. 14-41 to play in the game.
So especially an explosive guy like a Cam Harris.
And listen, you keep wearing on them and wearing on them and wearing on them, and eventually the Derrick Henry effect takes hold, or the Saquon Barkley effect takes hold, and that is you've worn them down so much that you're going to break one and go. First and 10 at their own 39, 14:41 to play. That's a false start, and that'll back them up 5 yards. It'll be first and 15.
He knew it. He's like, hey, guys, that was me.
Yeah. Next week, come on down and see both Brevard County teams in action going against one another. So it'll be the Brevard County Raptors and the East Coast Sharks. And here's a good run. And there he goes. Nice run. CT Davis on the carry there. And CT picks up a solid 7. Second in, or actually picked up 12 because there was a penalty. So second and, see where they mark it here. Looks like second in, a long 3, short 4. Get to see both Brevard County teams in action. And coming down and watching a football game at Palm Bay Stadium's fun.
Yes.
I used to love going there for Florida Tech football, and, of course, the Pirates, and a lot of the youth Super Bowls are held there. And we'll be there broadcasting if you can't make it. Turns and gives again to CT, and CT only picks up 2 this time.
But it would be really nice to see a lot of Brevard County pop out for that game because there's a
why
lot
not?
of talent on
Come
both
on down and
sides.
support the guys. I mean, these guys work 5 days a week, and, I mean, they're out here practicing and playing, and, it's good football.
Yes.
We've seen some good football here tonight. Times where it's, not terrific, but it's good. It's fun, and you're going to have a great time. It's not the NFL. They don't proclaim to be the NFL.
I mean, look at that strength.
Yep. And that's Davis again. He's going to pick up 7-15 on the carry. But I just love their heart, their grit. I love it when they get out there and play as hard as they do. And listen, we do see some really good football at times. I've been broadcasting adult amateur football for 10 years, going back to the Space Coast Tar Heels.
Yep.
And there's never a season I've done this where I have not enjoyed it. The Tar Heels, the Phantoms, the Sharks, the Fort Pierce Bengals,
yep,
which are back, by the way, next year. So they're loading up for next year. Always enjoyed working with Roger and Michael and everybody.
Yeah.
First and 5. Let's see, let's give 77 a shout out here since somebody put him on blast there. That is Caleb Wright. Yeah, we haven't called Caleb's name a lot tonight, but Caleb is a standout player for the Sharks. Wayne Scott drops back, throws, caught. Nice pitch and catch there. And that is enough for a first down. They wanted a bobble, won't get it. That'll stop the clock with 11:56 to play in the game. J4 and 4133 Marte says it's okay, Gomes. Yeah, that was tough. Yeah, can't get them all. 11, just checking the comments out. Let me know where you're watching from. Give you a shout out. 11:28. Wayne Scott. That's a ball. And that is an East Coast Shark touchdown. What a throw from Wayne Scott. And that, falling backwards, making the catch there. And the little dance. Let's see here. Let's get the number. That was a ball, Caleb.
It was a great ball. Probably the best ball thrown
all night.
Yes. And we're waiting for him to turn around.
Yeah, it'd be nice to let you know who caught that.
All right. See him? Turn all the way around.
It is. How about it, huh? I know who it is. It is Hassan Childs, the former USF standout, going up and getting one. And let's see if this can happen tonight. Snap the hole. No. Oh, he got it. Did he get it?
Come on.
Let's go. 4 for 4 on the extra points. And that one snuck through about 8 pairs of hands. Look, if you're sitting at home going, do you hear these knuckleheads getting excited over an extra point? You ain't been here for 3 years.
We were here watching when the East Coast Sharks were playing at
Vieira Regional Park. I love it. 4 for 4 on the extra points. Let's go.
And this is what I'm talking. This is what we were just talking about, Alan.
Having fun.
You have to.
Yep. 11:20 to go, and it's 28-0 on an absolute dime from Wayne Scott to Childs.
Penny Wright watching from Kansas City, Missouri.
Welcome in. Hope you all are safe out there. I know over the last couple of weeks I'm an avid weather guy as well. I follow weather, track it, watch it. I have reported on it in the past, and I know that you all have gone through a lot in terms of severe weather out there. So stay safe, please. I know you can only do so much. And I'm sure you're probably tired of hearing of make sure you get into the interior of your home, away from doors and windows in the lowest area of your home. But do that.
Watching the Vite Boys from Mentor, Ohio.
Mentor, Ohio. Ohio, the birthplace of football. Football invented, I believe, in Canton, Ohio.
If everyone hasn't already, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Get notified every time Brevard Sports Network goes live.
You've got some great stuff coming up this week. Playoff baseball and lacrosse. 11:10 to go in the game. And the Sharks are up 28-0.
What a fantastic time for sports. This time of the year, you got high school playoffs in lacrosse and baseball. The Stanley Cup getting ready to kick off. The NBA playoffs.
The NFL draft.
The NFL draft.
As bad as it is.
Hey, look, this year for the first time in a little bit, I think we don't have a consensus number one.
Yeah, I think we do. I think the consensus number one is Cam Ward to the Titans. I don't think there's any debate about that. I think what the debate in this draft is where does Shedeur Sanders end up? But I think for sure the Tennessee Titans, there's a give there. Take Cam Ward. And listen, taking a quarterback 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in an NFL draft anymore isn't like it was 10, 15 years ago, in that you had to pay them franchise money 10, 15 years ago. Now these guys come in on rookie contracts. I mean, look at the 2021 NFL draft. You look at that draft, only one of those 5 quarterbacks taken, one, and that's Trevor Lawrence, is with his original team. The other 4 that were taken in the first round, 2 of them are on their second team. 3 of them are on their second team. All 4 of them on their second team. 2 of them are on their third.
Yes.
So, so it's not as drama-filled as it used to be. And look at his throw. And this is a new quarterback, and he overshoots.
Dallas Campbell.
Dallas Campbell in a quarterback for.
He's not only shown he has an arm, but he's willing to run more out of the pocket and pick up some of those
He's
much needed
he's
yards.
a little quicker too. He's got a little better pop time in the pocket. But I don't. It's not like it used to be. If you take a Shador Sanders or a Cam Ward, I mean, you can be done with a quarterback in 2-3 years, and your franchise didn't lose anything financially. 28-0 is the score here.
Mama Pretty is watching from Vancouver.
Canada?
Nope. WA.
Washington. Vancouver, Washington. 28-0. And this is fourth down here, and he's going to have the first. Oh, wow, no. What a play defensively, denying the first down. Wow, what a hit. Can't see who did it, but what a hit.
You want to talk about a punishing hit, too.
Yeah, look, he thought he had the first down.
Yeah.
I thought he had the first down. He does have the first down. They must feel bad for him because I thought he was short.
He looks short.
And a little throw here. And that'll pick up some yards. 9:15 to go.
Coming up on 9 minutes left to go here in this fourth quarter.
So the no huddle here with an empty backfield. 3 wide receivers to the near side, 2 to the right. And that'll be a false start. Great hand clap. Fold his own wide out with it. As Dallas Campbell clapped those hands, Javaris Kelly started this route. And that'll back him up 5. Bryson Pretty. I would assume that would be Mama Pretty's son. And that snap just ruined everything. And that's a big hit there.
Yeah.
That was Nate Yankee that just came in and finished off Campbell. Whistle. And a timeout taken by the Hernando County Hawks. We'll step aside ourselves here. Be right back on Brevard Sports Network. All right, welcome back. 8:33 to play in the game, and it's 28-0 in favor of the Sharks. This has probably been the most complete game I've seen the Sharks play. I'm going to be honest, in their franchise.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've seen a more complete game with this. Hernando County's a good team. They came in at 3-3. They've got some players. They hit hard. And the Sharks came in with a nice game plan. They executed. They played great defensively. They executed on special teams. So this has probably been the most complete game I've seen East Coast play in their 3-year history. 8:33 to go now. Can they finish it off with a shutout? And this is not. And Campbell will be sacked. And oh my goodness gracious, getting in there and taking him down was Rashid Simon. And he knocked the helmet off the quarterback, who's going to have to come out for fourth down. And not ideal time to have your helmet knocked off because you got to come out for a play as he continues to chirp at Simon.
I wouldn't.
Well, again, it's just frustration, and like this is big boy ball. It happens. Like we discussed, Hernando County has been through a long grueling week, dealing with tragedy on their sideline, and so I give them a lot of credit for the effort that they've put in here tonight. They have fought hard this entire game.
100%.
8:11 to go. McWilliams throws, and that is picked off if he held it. I cannot tell. Did he get it? No, they said it hit the ground. That's probably not a bad thing because if he catches it, he's down, right? And the Sharks will be 1st and 10 from their own 20. That's 4th down. So they pick up 20 yards of field position by not intercepting the ball. So that's probably the smarter play there to have that go against them. It's not probably. It is the smarter play to not have that intercept. Of course, you like that tick in the stat column, but I don't think Eddie Dufresne's going to sit down with him at the end of the year and go, all right, before I write you a $25,000 bonus check, how many interceptions did you have?
Oh, you missed one. If you would have gotten that one against Hernando.
That's not going to happen.
But if you're him, you know what you do? You still go back and clip it and say you got the pick. Because who's going to challenge
absolutely.
you?
Yeah, just mute us.
Right.
1st and 10 at the 40. And Wayne Scott. Nope, actually we got a new quarterback in now. We got number 14 in. And that's going to be Patrick Knight. I like taking Wayne Scott out here. Wayne Scott has played. Nelson, listen, I like watching Nelson Caperi play quarterback. I like watching Nelson Caperi play quarterback inside the 10 because he is like a locomotive.
Yes.
That you know you're going to score a touchdown with Nelson Caperi inside the 10 as long as he hangs onto the football and doesn't try to jump pass. All right? So you know he's going to score. But tonight, to me, Wayne Scott delivered exactly what this offense has been in search of, the ability to show all of their weapons. 2nd and 10. Knight turns, gives, as he just carries tacklers about 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 4. 3rd and 4. Check that, 3rd and 4. 7:35 to go.
Number 24 from the Hawks took a ride.
Yeah, he sure did. Lots of smiles down on the Shark sideline. 3rd down here, and it'll be, no. Look at that cut. Look at that run. It'll be 4th and 2. Good run that time. And there's yet another running back. Amos Brown, who's a defensive end, is out there running the football. See Messiah Robinson out there going both ways tonight, playing D-end and out there playing offensive line. And coming on to punt will be Dylan Guy. Here at the O-Dome, one of the more historic places in Brevard County, Merritt Island High School through the years, just this field alone. This high school alone right here, state soccer championships, 6 of them. 5, check that. What is it, 5 or 6? It's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 I'm counting up there. Oh, they faked the punt. And how about it, huh? The fake will get a 1st down as he fumbles out of bounds and flashes a Heisman pose, and why not? That is Jarvell Francis with the converting the fake punt for a 1st down, and 6-12, and back out on the field comes the offense. And Patrick Knight of the East Coast Sharks. Ball is at the 41 of Hernando County. Knight looking, throws, nice out route, caught by Pizarro, and they will drop Pizarro for a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd and 7 5:33. I want to thank all of you for being with us here tonight. You know, Patrick Knight wants to flex his he wants to show the dimes he's capable of throwing. And I think we're going to see that coming up. Pizarro inside slot. One wide receiver, high side of the field. Knight drops back, blitz off the edge, throws, intercepted. And with his second interception of the night is Derek Gomes, and he is still going. And Gomes gets it all the way down to the Sharks' 30-yard line. Gomes said, I missed that last one, but I'm not missing this one. And Gomes gives the ball back to his offense, who now has an opportunity here to put points on the board. And you know they want to end this shutout bid by the Sharks defense here.
Yeah. Get something positive rolling into next week. Again, like you said, ending the shutout.
You know, Gomes, that's a tough interception to make because you got to get your hands straight up over your pads like that. And Gomes just reached his hands up and snagged that thing out of midair. Nice play by him. So 28-0 here, and an opportunity as quarterback Isaiah Howard empties the backfield. Howard, that's going to be a false start. They didn't call it. Oh, my goodness, they did not call it. And that is intercepted back. And I'm going to tell you right now, Sharks are going to catch a break here because they did not call.
Yeah.
They completely and utterly missed a false start by the wide receiver who took a knee.
Yeah.
Who absolutely took a knee. They didn't throw the flag. And for those of you saying that he could take a knee, well, you can't move forward and take a knee. So the Sharks get an interception. They get it right back. Good for them. But how do you miss that standing right there?
Upon watching, I didn't see him go forward.
You can't move. He's set. Okay? Wide receiver set. You can't do that, dude. That is draw. That is intent to draw. You can't do it. Once you're set, you cannot move. It's crazy. And he knew it because he froze. You see, he knew he was guilty.
Oh, yeah.
Knew he was guilty. And he's like, look at this. Because I'm pretty sure there's no play in the playbook for Hernando County where the far side wide receiver turns left and takes a knee. 2nd and 5. Hey, you, come here. On this particular play, this is what you're going to do. Right before we snap the ball, I want you to look left, turn left, and then just go down on one knee. Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah, he swallowed his Mr. Dufresne. He's one of the best there is. Agrees. He definitely swallowed his whistle on that one. 3:20 to go. Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah.
I was looking at the comments here. They need to stop sleeping on you. Yeah, he's a good player, man. I've watched him tonight. He is constantly, we're talking about number 42, Gomes for Hernando County. He's constantly around the football, man. Constantly around the ball.
Coaches wish they had more players like him.
Yeah, I agree. Throws, and that was, what's that flag for? He's going to point to. I think he's pointing, it's a hold. He's going to call number 8 for the hold. He's going to call Javarius Christmas, and Christmas shakes the hand, or actually he's going to call it Christmas got held. The call is going to go against Stephen Giramillo. 2:41 to go. So this will be a Sharks win. They will move to 5-2. Everybody, as we said at the onset of this broadcast tonight, will chase the Dunedin Highlanders, who are 6-0. Next week, the Sharks are, that is a bomb there, overthrown. Next week, the Sharks are at the Brevard County Raptors. The Hernando County Hawks will be home to the Hurricanes next week, so they will return home after 2 weeks on the road. 28-0 is our score here. And these two teams, East Coast will go 2-0 against Hernando County. They beat them earlier this season, 14-6. And barring any more points tonight, that'll end up 42-6 on the year. As the punt team comes out, but we still got over 2 minutes to go. And again, pride says we want to put the ball in the end zone, and Hernando County's going to try here. I don't think they're going to fake this. And maybe they should have.
Whoa.
But that's going to go out of bounds.
It went high.
Yeah, that it did. The hang time, good. Everything else, not so good. It'll be 1st and 10 for Hernando County at the 32. Not the punt you put on the training film there. Dylan Guy, that one looked like that's one of those punts that goes off like the high part of your instep,
Yep.
right? Just goes straight up in the air.
And it's one, as soon as your foot makes connection with it,
You know it because you can feel it.
Yep.
You know it.
Yes.
Yep.
It's usually followed by a 4-letter word.
Several of them. 1st and 10 for Hernando County, ball at the 31. And again, nobody in the backfield for the quarterback. This is Dallas Campbell. He rolls right, throws, just lets it go wide open. Inside the 10, cuts back, down. He might get in, breaks one more tackle, touchdown. And Hernando County has done it. They have disrupted the shutout as Dallas Campbell slid right. Isaiah Howard caught the ball at the 10, and he did the rest. Touchdown, Hawks. Nice play.
That was a great play, and, great play off schedule.
Wow, Michael says Dunedin lost tonight, 41-6. So we have got us. That's too high, man, right there in the middle, please. Dunedin now will drop to 6-1. And so Dunedin 6-1. And the Sharks will move to 5-2. So that 2-game gap as we get into the bottom third of the season now goes to 1 game. Let me look at the schedule to see here. Unless, Michael, if you're watching, if you can tell me if Sharks and Dunedin play or have played, and that'll be stopped, and that'll be 28-6. Let's see here. Let's go to the standings, and then we'll click on easy navigatable website too. I just, again, the EAFLUSA.com is a great website, man. Let's go to the Sharks schedule. Yep. That game you will see right here on Saturday, May the 3rd.
Ooh.
That game could be for the Double-A division here in the South. So I am excited to see Dunedin, the Highlanders, will visit here on May the 3rd. And that is the game. That's 2 weeks from tonight. Next week it's the Brevard Raptors, and then the game to see and then after that it's the Lakeland Jokers. That's no easy task either, man.
The battles we've seen the Sharks have with the Jokers.
Oh yeah, man. That's nothing easy either. Lakeland is not an elite South. Oh yes, they are. Yes, they are, and they are a third place team in this division. The Lakeland Jokers are.
So the next 3 weeks are.
Yeah, man. It's crunch time. Crunch time in this division, and I tell you, that's just great news.
Oh, 100%.
Where's that game at? Where's that game's in? We have to take a ride over to Lakeland for that one.
I'm down.
May 10th. See if we maybe even get the Jokers to let us broadcast that. And they may have somebody that does it. We'll have to check. That ball's going to go into the end zone. That ball, oh no, they're going to call offsides on the play. So yeah, this is going to be fun stuff coming up, man. May 3rd, there it is. Yep. Yeah.
And you know what? Right now, it couldn't happen any better timing for the Sharks, who look to be playing.
Couldn't happen any better timing for us because everything's winding down from a high school perspective. That's great. Yeah, man. We'll have to get Mike on for an interview here coming up in the closing weeks and go through all of this on the EAFL and talk about, like right now, Dunedin is 5-2 in the South. The South Florida Lions are 5-2. The East Coast Sharks are 4-2. The Jokers are 4-2. So this was a big game tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got, okay. This is going to be fun stretch drive here. Let's go. I'm ready. A lot on the line. Not everybody goes to the playoffs. That's a little chip shot there. And with 2:13 to go, we'll have a stoppage for the 2-minute warning. And then it should be victory formation. So the Sharks won't get the shutout tonight. 28-6 is our score now. I like it. You need to be elite to win it all. That prize money, too, man. Prize money to belts. Torres does it right.
Oh,
man.
yeah. I remember last year going down and, watching everyone collect those championship belts.
Look, man, I'm going to tell you, man, and the trash talking and the fun and everybody sprinkles their own little trash talking on. It's so much fun, man. It just is.
Those post-game interviews were fun last year.
Yeah, it was a good time. And that'll take us to our final stoppage. The 2-minute warning coming up. Or actually, it is here. So we'll be right back with the final two of this one. 28-6, Sharks on top.
Hello, Space Coast. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank all of you for your support of BSN and allowing us to cover your student athletes and come into your home each and every night. Give us a follow on Facebook at Brevard Sports Network, and here's to many more years of top-notch sports coverage right here in Brevard County. Thanks again.
All right, welcome back here. Final two. And I would imagine second down, a couple of knees or running plays or whatever here. And we're out. We'll decide. I'm not sure who the player of the game is tonight. I would have to think, I haven't seen this. Well, we should have two players of the game tonight. It should be, look at this run. That's a great run. And that's a first down, and that'll end the game. But our players of the game tonight, I guess if you're going to have one, because this was a collective team effort. Johnny Wayne's got the quarterback's a good choice. And Davian Jones, the place kicker, not a bad option either.
I mean, setting the franchise
Franchise
record.
record with 4 extra points in one game is and listen, 4 points wins a lot of football games in this league.
Yes.
So that's a welcome sight for coach's eyes. That is for sure. But number 5 is listed as Davian Jones, and he is the guy tonight who's out there doing the place kicking. So I'm going to give it to Wayne Scott and Jones as our dual players of the game tonight. Why not? Place kickers don't normally win an award like that. And this will be victory formation, and that'll wrap it up. And we want to thank the Sharks sponsors as well. Lucky Devil Barbershop, located at 950 Courtney Parkway. Best cuts in Brevard. Great shaves as well. And, of course, we want to thank Port Job at 4795 Fay Boulevard, Suite 113. The best cup of joe in Brevard County. Your final score, the East Coast Sharks will move to 5-2 as they'll pick up a 28-6 victory over the Hernando County Hawks. For Caleb Brown, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski. This has been a production of Brevard Sports Network. We'd like to thank owner Eddie Dufresne and all of the East Coast Sharks and, of course, the EAFL and Michael Torres. Have a great night, everybody. Have a happy Easter, and we'll see you next week from Palm Bay as the Raptors